I'm sure you've all seen his video on Sneeko. I don't know if the lens is he blind in one eye? I don't know. If he is, I'm sorry. Do not show it to Hassan, or he is going to want to stick his penis into it. We got the one and only Gokanaru. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Gokanaru. I'm a commentator. I'm Turkey Tom's older cousin, and I fell down the stairs. Please don't ask about the eye.
Wait, is that true or is that a meme? Are you really his older cousin?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's so cute.
I guess it's cute, yeah.
Do you guys think that streaming and content creation is a harder job than your average typical 9 to 5? If yes,
an
which
average
one?
night, you have to be a kind of that person to actually be a successful live streamer.
But I mean,
I
at
think,
the same time,
like anybody else, I think that literally if you're working a 9 to 5 and you're in the head, it's going to be hard working. If you're a streamer and you're in the head, you might actually get rewarded for being in the head. You know what I mean? So this is the big thing. Like when I gave Turkey Tom that haircut, he was instantly like, "Bro, this is content. This is perfect." Immediately, just like recording himself, looking like he immediately records himself looking like a lobotomized idiot, and he's just like, "That's just content." In reality,
also,
normal
I feel
person,
like people being mean in chat is such like a first world problem. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
All
no,
of these are first world
The
problems.
majority of jobs are way easier than streaming. Or sorry, way harder, way harder.
Well, but okay.
Yeah, I think, like I was saying, if you're fucked in the head, if you're fucked in the head, it'll get amplified pretty brutally because people who are in the head, right? Like the internet's gonna amplify whatever weird quirks you have, you know what I mean? So like a guy like Vosh, realistically, he should be working at probably like Best Buy talking about TVs, or like maybe Max, I don't know, PhD writer in university, like 16-year-olds or
should
whatever.
be in a concentration camp.
But I feel like if you're having
But since he's a
difficulty
streamer,
handling
since
internet
he's a
feedback-
streamer, since Vosh is a streamer, he like, you know what I mean? Like every aspect of his weirdness, of his personality, more people get attracted to him who like those traits of him. So it gets like amplified. He gets into his own chamber, and then you find out he's like watching whatever the weird, I don't know what it is. I got bugs.
Okay, next topic. Hold on, guys. Let's go to the next topic.
Actual bug man.
Okay, Twitch streamer Shubble accused her ex-boyfriend and popular content creator Wilbur Soup. These names are amazing. Of being abusive and repeatedly unwantedly biting her to the point of her getting, in quotes, severely bruised. Question: are these allegations serious enough to make a whole video about, as she has done? Because she came out and said that he's abusive because he bit her.
Don't leave. Just leave.
Okay,
Like
in my mind, look, in my mind, if you bite anyone with any amount of substantialness, I've been bitten many times in my life.
There'd be a mark.
There would be deep bruises, bro, because that is like a piercing, weird kind of sensation.
She posted some photo, right? I think I saw earlier.
Yeah?
There was some photo
she?
where she's got like some light. You can maybe see some light bruising, but it's hard to tell.
To be fair,
He's like
he
an
has Ted
Anglo-Saxon
Bundy energy,
twink.
though. He has Ted Bundy energy. I'll give him that.
Does
but
he?
like, I think so a little bit. Yeah, he's got that vacant stare in his eyes. But
I
like,
feel he's just kind of
realistically,
gay.
There's definitely a lot of
fair enough.
females out there, bro, that'll definitely make some accusations against the guy just to garner some support, and then once they get that support, it goes viral.
I think
they start to a bunch of people.
that's pretty unlikely.
Yeah, I think it's usually more a result of delusion, like convincing yourself that I was abused, convincing yourself you like talk to your friends like, oh yeah, you were abused, whatever, and then like you just convince yourself, then you go public, and then reality.
It's extremely rare that it's like a malicious out and out thing.
Yeah.
Some of it's revenge as well. You've got to remember that. Like sometimes if you had a bad relationship and a bad breakup, and you're like, well, like you know, you could just go.
It's like resentment. Yeah, resentment, built up resentment, like manifesting in this like accusation. Yeah, I think that in reality though, like the guy, like the idea, because there's so many people that I've seen coming out saying like, oh, he was biting me too, like I wasn't even in a relationship with him, whatever. This is probably a guy that like doesn't maintain barriers or whatever that strongly, so he probably gets away with a lot because he's a cute little Ted Bundy type or whatever Sam said, because he's attracted to him. But like, I think in reality he probably is just like a bit of a prick, a little bit of like a little weirdo with like everyone he deals with or whatever, but like nothing that he would think is like malicious. And then when he's like biting this girl, sometimes it's like you know, I'll just test the waters a little bit with like biting a little harder.
On phone engraved, this bitch tasty.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You've got a sponsor. The moment that comes out about you, that sponsor or that brand is going to drop you, regardless of like.
What are your opinions on? This is a big word for me, you know, as a person that speaks 25 languages, so go easy on me. Therapeutic, psychedelic.
Therapeutic.
I said thero, bro. Don't even try to come at me. I said it correctly.
Okay,
what are your opinions
right.
on therapeutic, psychedelic drugs like shrooms or DMT, do you believe it can change your life for the better?
Psychedelics are for
May I go
losers. Do
first on this?
cocaine.
May I-
Yeah, from what I understand, it's basically like the psychedelics will give you like a perspective shift or whatever. But I feel like you could get that same potential perspective shift where you realize like, man, I really need to put this together. I need to fix my life. You could probably get that same perspective shift from just like doing cocaine for like 5 days straight, and just like not
No.
sleeping, not
No.
just drinking.
Have you ever
no?
done shrooms?
Okay, so here's the bigger thing. Jokes aside, if you're gonna do this, you're listening to this, you're a kid, whatever. If you're gonna do it anyway, just make sure you do it with people that you know care about you, aren't gonna f with you, aren't gonna ruin your vibe. Because the biggest thing going into it is you need to have a. I would say you need to have a good vibe. Also, if your parents are in the head, just be aware that that can potentially trigger something in you. Just make sure if you're gonna do it anyway, because people do it anyway. Because just make sure you're safe and like not in a weird ass scenario.
Can we just talk about the fact that we're addressing kids in a Destiny chat? Like,
Bro,
isn't
that accurate?
Kids are watching this right now.
Destiny's overwhelmingly child audience.
Yeah,
You never know. I'm a paranoid person, but I'm not like you, Tom. You literally stake out your window with a shotgun.
Destiny.
I'm the only one filled with homicidal rage.
Have I what?
Innocent people, really? I'm the only one. Fine. You know what? I would either do it with you or Gokanaru because he is my family member. So either of you are going to have to be my pick. I would definitely not do it with Boogie or Sam. So
Yo, what would Sam do, though? What would Sam do, realistically? I feel like there's a lot of he would do to you, but what would he do?
You think I'm up, but I also know what it's like to trip, and especially if it's his first time tripping, I'm going to make him have a good trip, you know what I'm saying?
But okay, then what?
What is a good trip to you?
A good trip, like, where you just experience it and you think about stuff, and like I can point out things to think about or look at. Like, I know how to guide a trip.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you wake up naked with your pinky missing. Is going to the gym gay?
Going to the gym's gay, absolutely, 100%. I would not.
Totally
Gay. But gay in a good way. Gay in a good way. That's
The thing sold 3 times.
Sam
in my
Pepper,
life.
hey, Sam, you know what you
fun.
should also tell us? You should tell us who you want to keep and kick. You've got to choose between Gokanaru and Boogie2988. You're in first place. Those are the bottom 2. Good luck.
Do not kick my cousin.
Gokanaru.
I will hold it against you forever. I'll make a video about you.
The thing is like, Boogie, the thing is me and Boogie are both very old school YouTubers, and we actually haven't talked to each other, but I feel like we've always been intertwined with things. But like, I kind of
He's
like,
literally zapping himself, dude. He's torturing himself.
I kind of like the Goku guy's like opinion more, and in terms of content for the Destiny stream, I've got to go with him. Unfortunately, Boogie, I just wish you gave us a little bit more.
He may have gotten some sort of technicality on what a rug pull is.
No,
he might have gotten that wrong.
CoffeeZilla's like a total bitch anyway. Why are we using CoffeeZilla as a shining example? He's like the most soy Reddit bitch loser going.
Okay,
It's
whoa,
gay.
whoa,
You're a soy Reddit bitch loser. You look like Wilbur.
Wait, what's a
Kill
good? What's
yourself
like a
now,
good
dude.
commentary channel? What's a good commentary channel, Queen Man?
What's a good commentary? I don't mind Turkey Tom here. Nick the Oreo, obviously those two I like. You know.
So here's my argument against
He
why
did
commentary
misreport
can be
me being
cancer.
Somalian though.
What? That was a joke, probably, right? What the?
It said it on
No,
Wikipedia,
Just come
dude.
on and say you're
Wikipedia's
Somali.
always-
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
remember
God.
when? Do you guys remember when H3 used to be like an actual comedy chat, like
Yeah.
and shit on?
Yeah.
There was mad drama about him back then, like how he like ruined kids' lives. I mean, and Leafy, like they're the 2 really good examples of like people's lives being ruined by like commentary channels. I guess
They didn't ruin anyone's lives, though. They did
Leafy
not.
isn't
They were
even really a
babes.
commentary
I don't even buy this
channel.
idea
He was-
that commentary channels can ruin your life. You're always as good as your last piece of content, and people will forget any wrong that you get exposed for as long as you
Sam
keep
knows
producing
that better
good
than
content.
anyone.
Yeah, literally. Like it's delusional to say these commentary channels are ruining people's lives.
You've
It
been
only ruins your
canceled
life if
three-
you
you've
let it
been
happen.
canceled 3 times. You're still here.
Yeah, literally, you're still going. It makes you stronger each time if you just keep pushing through. That's the
I think
fucking
the
reality.
truth is that commentary is relatively neutral. Okay, there are some better commentary channels. There are some worse commentary channels. Some are more accurate than others. But overall, the harassment and bullying is not that big of a deal. If you're an online content creator, if you do something like that, or if you think you were justified in doing it, you keep going. You keep making content. You're gonna be fine. Okay, you're gonna be just
Yeah.
fine.
I think most commentary videos are just obviously relatively useless. It's like slop, just like talk about
It's
the latest.
entertainment.
It's complete. But it's like mindless entertainment. But commentary, people sometimes can cope and think like, I'm learning because I'm listening to a guy talk about it and yap. But in reality, I would say 90% of the time, like you're not really learning anything through commentary. It's just like
I agree, but
you
I
know,
think that's
background
fine.
noise.
Like that's all.
Yeah,
content.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
stream.
I wouldn't say it's like
But was it the
unethical or whatever the
question
fuck.
whether they're like overall good for like the ecosystem of like the internet? Like
I
There's
don't know
some-
if overall
there's
good.
some.
I think they're neutral. I think it's
good for other people. Like
I think it's neither a gain or like a loss collectively. I think it's just like
Nah,
neutral. Like it's entertainment.
Oh man, Destiny, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that there should like in more ideal scenario for like commentary on this landscape? Do you think that people would talk more about serious issues? Because or do you think that people like commentators talking about serious issues actually just makes it less serious? You know what I mean? Like, do you think that people yapping about serious is just kind of like it just gets incestuous, and at the end of the day, it's all just entertainment? No one actually gives that much of a fuck. Would you not list yourself as more entertainment than like educational though, or what would your stance be, Destiny?
I don't think that education and entertainment are not mutually exclusive. I don't think they exist in like the same like scale with each other. Like the more entertainment, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess depending how you view it, I think a lot of people get a lot of their political education through entertainment. There was a whole generation of millennials on the left who were raised by The Daily Show and Jon Stewart or Stephen Colbert. And then on the right, like if you listen to conservative talk radio, like it tends to be like pretty entertaining. So, or a lot of people inherit like political views or socio-political views from like South Park. So I think it's always important to understand that things can be educational or things can be entertaining, but those two things are never mutually exclusive. And more often than not, if something tries to be educational, like if it talks about a political topic or whatever, even if it is entertaining, people will still get educated by it.
I think it'd be really fun if they just didn't put anyone in jail ever. Like the world would be so much more interesting.
Holy dude. Ooh.
Well,
it would get
legalize firearms in the UK first.
Oh no, I like with it they go around knifing people. It's like more fair. I like that. I like duels. Like it's hard. It's harder when it's a duel. You know what I mean?
People bitch about knife crime in London, but first of all, it's not really that bad. There's only set of black areas. But second of all, look, is that not cooler? Is that not cooler to have knife crime than gun crime? Like
I agree, man.
Stabbing people compared to shooting people. It's pussy.
Well, let's ask. Let's ask Turkey Tom. Let's ask Turkey Tom what he thinks, because Turkey Tom gets to decide as the winner of last round on whether or not he wants to kick off Sam Pepper or Koyman.
Oh.
Good luck.
You know, Sam, you're an entertaining guy, but I feel like you're more British than the other guy, so I think you might have to go.
Let me have my dignity and at least offer to consensually suck your dick one time.
Why do you know
Tom, this guy's spitting. This guy's spitting.
If you keep me, I will
I'm not seeing that
suck
offer.
your dick one time. Whenever you tell me.
Queenman, you got counter offer? Counter offer.
Yeah, I'm not calling that race. Thanks, I'm good.
I think you would actually do that.
Yeah,
look at those chompers, though. Look at the chompers, though.
We bite your dick off, bro. You do take the offer.
No.
Oh, God.
Bro, how many commentators would fucking report on that if you did that, bro? Come on.
Thank you guys. It was fun. And
yeah, the fame from getting my dick sucked by another man is so worth it.
Bro, jeez.
He's being serious. He's not even joking.
You remember?
Smile. I'm just saying it's content. Do you know what I'm saying? It's content.
You remember Fitz?
I guess.
You remember Fitz, Call Me Carson, and Caterino, bro, or whatever Fitz got like a lot of swag points, right? Or whatever happened, whatever. Bro, think about all the swag points.
No shit or something going on right now with
what? Sam Pepper sucked my dick. That's
that's like plus 50 swag points right there, Tom.
That'd be kind of...
I really just I don't think it's worth it because then I'm just gay. Because then I'm just.
No, you can say it like this.
Bro,
you know that fucking. Sam Pepper guy. I made him suck my dick.
Okay,
Tom,
stop.
Just
stop. Gokanaru, you're stretching. Kill it. Sam, GG, thank you for coming on. And I want to talk about this because it's been a popular topic ever since it happened. The brother that burnt himself, the Air Force dude that burnt himself.
Jesus.
Oh God.
I want to talk. Vegan, why are you smiling already? It's like on some devious shit.
I feel like we're getting a little too serious for a commentary
channel. I have a few
channel.
opinions on that.
Is self-immolation ever a valid act of political protest?
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I will say this. I hope that every pro-Palestinian protester follows footsteps and self-immolates.
Holy
Christ.
What the fuck? Okay, why?
They're
meat eaters. Is that why?
They're spreading misinformation about the war. They're calling it a genocide when it's not. They're massively anti-Semitic.
I
would say the pro-Palestine movement is an anti-Semitic movement with the amount of anti-Semites. With the amount of anti-Semites in their movement that are calling for the death of all Jews, the destruction of so many of them, I would say probably the majority are actually pro.
Holy fuck,
job,
dude.
boy. Good job, boy. Good job, boy.
I'm with the
all
psychopathic
of those
energy.
Should burn themselves to death. So
me and Gabe and I are in full agreement, by the way. Let it be known. I do support
J-Boys hopping
really
off
cool.
J-Boys.
People are mad because they win, because they own.
It's true. It's true. Yep.
I'm supposed to hate them because they're fucking rich, because they drive Bugattis, and Palestinians drive Toyota Corollas.
You want running water in the Middle East? What sort of terrible person are you?
Fan is going to tweet this clip on Destiny's recent stream. He had all these people. This is okay. Stop!
I mean, he did.
So I'm going to turn to Zaza.
The clip has been clipped. Now we can actually flex it. Okay.
This guy took the question about self-immolation and just said we should, just get all these people.
How the Palestinians going to praise Muhammad
all the Palestinians.
Profits. IDFC.
Okay, you guys are stealing. You make your own content. Shout out to.
What's his Make your own content. You come on the show and you talk. That's disgusting.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, bitch. I want to stick to vegan because you said a lot of crazy.
Man, this is not going to be about self-immolation.
Palestinian, like, why do you hate them so much?
So I have no problem with people criticizing by saying things like, the IDF should, I don't know, take more effort into reducing civilian casualties. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is spreading anti-Semitic propaganda. So saying the state of it shouldn't exist.
The state of it spreads propaganda every day.
Are defenders.
But
the
they're right.
October 7th attack was justified. It was an occupying force. There's an
Wait, that makes them anti-Semitic if they say all of the
Absolutely. Those are anti-Semitic statements. They're not true.
Is it technically an occupation?
True, and they're defending terrorism.
What? This guy's deep in the sauce, bro. I can't believe it. That's wild.
No, Big Dick's just spitting. Big Dick is in the house.
Okay, so question. So you believe that if anybody were to say that occupying force, open air prison, like that just makes them anti-Semitic, like off the top?
Well, it does. So look, the reason there's a blockade around it is because of terror attacks. So I don't know of any other situation where there wouldn't be a blockade around a group of people who are committing terror attacks. I don't know how you can call that an apartheid or an open-air prison.
Because they're bombing the place?
If you start shooting rockets at people, and then there's a wall put around you, maybe you can go for yourself and self-immolate.
Right, but you realize
everyone in Palestine has a small penis. Has anyone noticed this? I've looked at studies recently. They're all extremely small. Everyone in Israel has a big dick.
Does this mean that, I'm just going to, you've been taking a look at a lot of Jewish penises? Is this the idea?
No.
There are actually a lot of Jewish
Why did you decline Sam Pepper, Tom? What the hell?
Wait, is he Jewish?
I don't know. I don't care.
Stick the
life section?
The topic was self-immolation. This guy's coming in here like, bro, all those people that
self-immolation.
I think these terrorists penis envy mushrooms.
Government, oh my god, I agree. The government, it's okay if we say that the government should reduce civilian casualties. Well, they're not. So people are getting angry and they're going to spread propaganda because that's the only thing that might.
Okay, what are you going to do about it? You set yourself on fire. Who cares? It's over. It's done. It's done. Okay. Cry about it. Set yourself on fire. It's done. Go home. Cool. It's over.
Yes.
Man, can I ask you a question? Is violence cool?
Yes. What?
I agree.
Okay.
So was that a demonstration or what's going on here? Are you bleeding?
That was that was dumb.
What did you do?
Listen to what I'm saying.
From the strip.
I'm just gonna give you a little personal anecdote. Okay, this is like becoming a meme that I say this, but most people here probably don't know me that well. I was in Hong Kong during the 2019 protests, okay? So I have a little bit of a weirder perspective because I firsthand witnessed actual civil unrest, okay? And so when you are actually interacting with the people who are, protesting or whatever against, in this case, I would just say that the government is kind of, in a way, an imposing government on, right? I understand that the IDF isn't, they're not the operating government. That could be exactly, I understand. But what I'm saying is when you are being basically crushed under the thumb of a larger force, in the case of Hong Kong, it was obviously the government, acting government. They had basically no, democratic way to deal with these people, right? what are you going to do other than basically have to, like, again, you kind of have to, at a certain point, like, poke the giants to prove respect. You earn respect. And this works with people who bully you, and this works with people who are in international politics, too.
They feel respected right now. 6 feet under. Do you think they feel respected when they see their kids get blown apart because of some...
Let me ask you a question. If somebody bullies you...
doing an attack on a music festival,
you can't compare Hong Kong and China to Gaza.
No.
I feel respected when I hear a bunker buster coming from my house.
I am not comparing Hong Kong, and I'm not saying they're one-to-one. That would be very delusional of me. I am saying that I understand that when you feel like you are powerless as a civilian or as a group of civilians, they don't have democracy.
They, them in their fucking bio on Twitter.
Victims.
Excuse me.
In their charter,
they saying that Hamas are victims. Excuse me. Keep in mind,
the oppressed group that's under somebody's thumb, they're the oppressors. It just so happens that they're also
okay. So I think we know
pipes.
Everyone's position now. Was it justified for the army guy to light himself on fire? Was that good?
Yeah, because
it was good.
Gokanaru should do it.
No. He should not have done that. There's like, you could make an argument that like, yeah, this inspired some people, but in a lot of cases, I think this just made people look at that and we're like, what an idiot. Like a lot of people, I just think that a lot of people look at that and they're like, that's very strange that he did that. The guy was probably suicidal. Like I think a lot of people it basically it might make the movement look bad that he kind of made it about himself. It might have helped that he was like a soldier. It is kind of symbolic or whatever. There's some people who think it's cool. I think that's, to be honest,
from my perspective, like a soldier speaking out on the issue is much more powerful than him burning himself alive. I mean, he exists in a democracy, right?
Yeah.
Why would he not just speak out on how he feels rather than burn himself so everyone can make fun of him on Twitter?
I've been inspired. All these they them saying about open air prisons, 6 Carillion children dead, all this shit. I hope they all follow. Just.
Like he has balls, but that was very.
He doesn't have balls.
He doesn't have balls anymore.
Retard.
Think about that Tibetan monk who burned himself, right? He sat there, zen, just burned alive. This guy was a pussy screaming, falling over like an idiot. He looked doing it. It wasn't even powerful. It was just.
And all that happened to the monk, even in the most based way, he got put on an album cover. Like that's all he got. How great is that? Amazing.
Right. Yeah, but it was at least cool when you did it. Not just some faggot discharged, autistic, suicidal, or American.
I would agree. Look. I would agree that self-immolation, like as a concept, it's mentally insane. You would obviously need to be mentally insane to do that. But like, in reality though, like the cause that he's like, sacrificing himself for, it makes sense why like he would think it's worth it or whatever, because it is like a very hotbed and whatever.
He's a Hamas supporter and he's spreading
I don't know that he was a supporter, but there is a difference between being a Palestinian
social media
supporter.
Posts? He was praising for the October 7th attack.
No, I don't know this guy. I don't give a.
And the October 7th attack deserved it.
He was probably an idiot.
Claiming every single Jew should be an enemy target and should kill them all.
Yeah, okay, so he's a lunatic. That makes perfect sense.
An asshole.
Agreed.
Him and all the rest of those people who think like that should burn themselves.
Right, but would you say the same about a Jew who thinks that every Palestinian should die?
No.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Obviously somebody who has actual genocidal ideas. Anybody who wants to exterminate an entire group of people, yeah, absolutely, burn yourself.
The confidence in which he said, the confidence in which you said, if you support these terrorist Palestinians, you're supposed to burn yourself. But when you were asked the opposite when it comes to this,
it was a completely.
It's like your dick just went inside of you.
And then when you listen to the defense minister, of course, they're not going to use the word genocide, but when you listen to them basically say, this is the big battle, this is the ultimate war, whatever it is that he said, basically make a big deal about the fact that we're going to destroy these people, right? Do you not think like okay, so then that guy should
self-immolate? Over 1,000 people, including innocent women and children, get murdered. I wonder what got him so upset.
That's horrible. Yeah, I
so
wonder what
that
got him so upset.
Justifies all the civilian deaths in your eyes, vegan. Is that what you're trying to say right now?
Absolutely.
No. I'm not without sarcasm. So just
the idea of soldiers are here, bro.
Do you believe that it's justified in whatever they do after October 7th? Whether that is killing civilians, killing non-combatants,
like can't nuke and have that.
That's not what I asked you. That's not what I asked you.
So I'm not saying they should be able to nuke and like literally kill everybody. But I think so far what they've done has been justified, at least for the most part.
So all the innocent civilian deaths, all of it justified.
Yeah, in my view, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And at least you self-admit to being what is it? Sorry. Tell me the diagnosis.
Antisocial personality disorder.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But do you think that your opinion on this could have been influenced by that diagnosis, or do you think this is like a logical basis that you're coming to this conclusion?
No, look, I think there are other wars like World War II where there were massive civilian casualties, and nobody really looks at, Germans dying in World War II as genocide. Nobody.
Well,
I'm still
like,
crying
absolutely
about
should.
in person.
I thought
listen,
Gokanaru was a
be clear.
Jew. I was told Gokanaru was a Jew. What's going on here?
He is. He is.
Why, so why the fuck's he telling on the tribe?
he's
What's going on
self-hating.
here?
See,
You sound
but-
like a goy right now.
See, but if I'm a
Gokanaru.
Jew,
Gokanaru.
theoretically,
That's what you are.
theoretically, if I'm a Jew, that would be Tom's half of the family. Okay, let's just be clear. So Tom,
No, that's not true.
look at the way he jumped. Look at the way he jumped. Yo, Destiny, you saw that, right?
I deny the allegations. I'm Turkish. I'm
I saw it.
Turkish.
Bro, I'm Turkish too, bro. You come on.
I know.
Look
I'm
at
the
you,
Turkish
bro.
side.
Look at you.
Your mom was the
I look
Jewish
more
side.
Turkish than you look more Jewish. You like what? You
Okay,
did
well,
suck
sometimes
his
races
rock.
present themselves in
What the fuck?
interesting ways. I'm not
What's wrong with
Jewish, but I
being a
do
Jew?
like J-dams. I like bunker busters. That's my passion.
I like
Man.
big noses.
Thank you, bro.
Big
do?
noses
Appreciate
on
that.
women are hot.
Oh,
Wait,
what about
okay.
men?
I can let my hair down.
you know.
Yeah. What you think of that, Richard?
Wait, hold on,
Huh?
Tom, you're actually like Juju, like you're like Jew, or like I need
Me
to
and
know.
Gokanaru are both Jewish. Yes,
That's
Holy
huge.
shit.
That's huge. J-Boy's hopping
we're
off
both
the porch.
Jewish.
Bro,
J-boys
I'm
are
letting him speak
destroying
for
right now,
I'm letting
bro.
him speak for himself, bro. This is stuff that he's exposing, you know.
Do not deny that you
family.
lit the menorah. You lit the menorah last Hanukkah, personally.
Oh,
You were
Bro,
spinning
what does that
dreidels
even-
all day.
But then why would I be pro-Palestine, bro? Like what the
You're self-hating. I
That's
respect
true.
our dad.
That's true. I am a masochist. You know what?
I
You
respect
won.
our uncle
I'm a-
Benjamin Netanyahu. You have a problem, dude.
You're right.
Oh,
The
You're
whole
right.
family thinks you're a joke.
Yeah. You're
so
right,
much
man.
that the
I've been
rabbi poked out your eye. Like
That's
you're-
why I'm on the run.
Get a grip.
They've been
They took
camping
your
out my
foreskin, now they
You
take
see
your
that
eye.
shit?
What are they
Did
gonna
you
take
see that?
next?
Bro, they've been
Yeah,
waving
they're
flashlights
here.
at my window for the last 5 months. I'm not kidding
They're
you.
here. They're here. You've been up. Repent.
Is it me? You know,
Repent,
sometimes-
boy. We got your DNA. Repent.
do they want me to self-immolate? Is that what's happening? They're trying to like
What they
goad me
want,
into
what they
fucking.
want you to
We're gonna
do
laugh.
is regret speaking out against the Jewish people. Okay, you were chosen.
Okay.
You were literally chosen.
God's
and you reject
chosen.
that.
God's chosen. Thanks.
Chosen by God, and you reject that. That's a problem.
Look, man. There's only really one thing to.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
while he's doing that, we have a double elimination poll for our finals. I'm throwing the poll
Yes,
in
we
chat.
do.
Good luck. Vote to
It's
keep,
the penultimate round, not the I'm
not
just saying.
kick. There you go. Good luck.
Get it right. But at least the haircut makes sense now. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for clearing some things up, Turkey.
No worries, man. I always want to be honest with you, Karanta.
They got me stressed out. I need to relax.
I have sort of a Shapiro energy about me. Would you agree?
No comment. No comment. No comment. Shout out to all the Jews out there. I've never met one IRL, but apparently I've
That I
spoken
didn't
to
like.
two online. You know what I mean? Yeah. Crazy. I grew up in the Middle East, but I never met a Jew. It's kind of fucked up. Doesn't
There's
make
a
any
lot
sense.
of really fine-ass Jewish women.
See, that's why
Same
you're
with-
defending
same
the
with-
baddies. IDF baddies are all over.
That-
TikTok.
bro,
Bro,
Yeah.
propaganda.
Bro, we're talking about propaganda. That is a incredibly good propaganda.
Ashkenazi strong. Ashkenazi strong. Okay,
You're
that's all I'll
sexy,
say.
dude.
Wait, yeah, I'm surprised, Queen Man. Wait, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. That's okay. Cool.
I would
Why-
submit
why?
to literally
Why?
any
Why
Jewish
surprised?
girls.
I don't know why. Okay, I'll be a dickhead. I thought like you might have been like a fucking
A self-hating Jew.
Wait. Oh, my bad. Okay, I didn't know you were Jewish too, bro. My bad.
You're a Jew. How many Jews are in this school, man? What the what?
For an anti-Semitic
I didn't
panel
admit to
host,
that.
you've got a pretty good
I think I'd become an
representation.
Wait till you
honorary
find out
Jew
about
for my
Destiny.
support of
Okay?
the idea.
Wait till you
Uh-oh.
find out the
Okay, we
truth.
got
Who do
three
you think
check
plans
that
for
out.
our
Check
training?
that out.
Check the early live section.
All right, listen.
I
Hey.
see a lot of
Okay.
super chats on
Hey.
Destiny
Real quick, we
streams
need to move on to
these
the finals. Okay. Tom, you. No one's gonna find out about me because you're one of the people that are out of here. You and Koyman.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh.
Oh!
All the 18-year-old
Wait.
are gone. Turkey, Tom, and Koyman are in the bottom two.
Wait, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Shit.
We got owned.
You got owned.
Bro.
Vegan
Bro, my
Games and
boys,
Gokanaru
fuck.
are the two
Yo, Queen Man
survivors.
with you, man. Unironically,
Yeah.
jokes aside, and Tom, I'll see you at the family reunion, bro. Off.
I will see you at the Shabbos Goy meeting. We're gonna have an intervention. You're having some problems, dude.
Okay, bro. Stop bringing it up on the live stream, bro. Okay, sorry. See
Alright,
you.
I'm sorry.
Bye.
See you soon.
Holy boys,
Oh,
that was
come on, dude.
that
Like,
was.
Tom. You know you've been eliminated too, right?
I forgot how to leave. I don't know how.
All right, little Steve, show him the way out.
Yo,
Beat up
someone give him
You
a
kick
chair.
him out, what
Someone
the
give him a
fuck?
chair.
Nah, you
did nothing wrong. Steven won't kick me because he knows.
Yeah, you kick him out, little Steve. Come on, like it's
You're
finger
gonna make me
workout.
find all this in the servers
Yeah, it's a
down
left
here.
click, you know,
Oh
or
my
right.
god.
Oh my, it's so easy.
Oh, he left on
Look
his
at
own.
Okay.
Look at that. Being lazy paid off again.
Congratulations to both of you for making it to the final round. Okay, it's impressive on your first showing to make it to the final of Gokanaru. You've seen what some people are willing to do to win this show. They're willing to suck dick. They're willing to be their girlfriends. We've had it all on this show. Trust me.
I want to win. Let me be clear. I want to win.
And I'm surprised that they kept you on. You know, after you hit the pro-Palestinian talking points, like these people in this chat, they're as it gets. But they were like W Goku. You know what I mean? So.
I think they can tell I care. See, that's the importance of self-immolation and self-harm in the sake of a cause. Okay, people, they're like, you know what? I don't know what this guy's talking about, but he clearly gives a shit. You know what I mean?
True. There we go.
Don't hurt yourselves. I'm an idiot.
I want a light topic. I don't want anything
God bless.
too crazy. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Last round we had to go. You know what I mean? V-Gains had to like. You know what I mean?
How about
sign the contract in blood?
That'll be the last topic.
No, come on, that's too weak.
Oh, bro. Oh, okay. All right, fine. That'd be a good one, though.
The answer is obviously yes.
Yeah, we agree. Yo. Right here. Oh, fuck. Right here, bro. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. In light of the recent allegations and, you know, court case against the one and only Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. First of all, being called Puff Daddy is crazy. But
that is crazy.
That's besides the point. And, you know, I don't know if you guys are aware, but in the case against him, there was the mention, or allegedly the mention, of Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill. You know, apparently he's had relations with P. Diddy. And this brings on a bigger question. Why are so many black rappers in the closet?
Oh, culture, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, what the... I mean, it's totally not acceptable in, like, a lot of, like, black circles. Even, obviously, there's white circles like this, but, like, especially, bro. Like, come on. If you grew up in the hood, like, most of the guys you grew up with...
Black ass, gay ass...
Yeah, a lot of people have this, especially white people who are kind of middle class or higher, they have this perception that, like, black people are, I don't know, more progressive, and they're not. If you go to some black communities... They're extremely racist, extremely xenophobic, extremely homophobic, very conservative. So yeah, they have a lot of these weird traditional values, and they're just afraid to come out as gay, and they'll keep it in the closet forever until it, you know, kind of gets leaked.
Do you think listening to controversial artists like Kanye West, right, supports / ignores or even condones their rhetoric?
Not if you pirate their content.
Wait, so like, wait. So like, you won't even watch them on YouTube?
Well, Kanye West music sucks. Like, if you're listening to fucking Kanye at this point, listening to Kanye at this point, you have bigger problems.
Bro, look, okay, I'll say this much about Kanye, okay? You could say so many things about the guy, but bro, that music is so good at making you feel like an egomaniac. Like, he really dials you into his psyche and, like, feeling like you literally can take on the entire world. Obviously, that manifests in reality and him having pretty delusional takes, whatever.
What song are you, like, all of his recent work?
Power? I mean,
sucks ass.
I don't know about the recent too well.
Isn't that like 10 years old now, or
yeah,
more?
bro? But I'm a, you know, I grew up. I played Saints Row 3, bro. I will never forget.
I will never forget his music now. We're talking about his music now.
Fair enough. It's like, is it the gospel rendition, or is he moved past that? It's like weirder now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's making now. I've heard a few.
Well, then what if you're not qualified?
Garbage. Well, you expect me to listen to that?
Like, yeah,
I used to listen to Power and back in the day, but I mean like it's just trash.
Okay, wait up. Let's just relate on one thing. Okay, please tell me, like, Power and Black Skinhead are two of the best songs ever for pre-workout getting energized.
Not for Doom,
Black
like
Skinhead.
the Doom soundtrack. The Doom soundtrack is good. Some stuff from Berserk, the anime series. That's some good to listen to before a workout. Yeah, Kanye.
Fair enough.
Hip hop, you know, I can get, you know, wanting to work out to that. But if you want some like real to actually get pumped up to work out to, you got to listen to some metal.
in my mind, yeah, Kanye, there's whatever, kind of a write-off nowadays probably, but like this is a guy that I inherently respect because he didn't gain popularity. He wasn't like rappers nowadays where it's like you just make some SoundCloud thing and you get lucky and find an agent and you blow up when you're like 18 and then you just burn out like Lil Xan. Kanye was like a producer till he was like 28 and he kept getting snubbed by like Jay-Z. Jay-Z was trying to hold him down. The guy actually did put up with a lot. He was pretty cool for a while, I would say. He just obviously like with time, money, fame, all this just totally corroded his character. And now he's kind of seemingly in a bit of a delusional kind of hyper-religious. Not that you're inherently delusional if you're hyper-religious, but like absolutely
no,
like
you are. You're inherently delusional.
Fair enough. But like I would say it's more of like an ideology thing where it's like this just helps you cope with reality in terms of like religion. In my mind, it's like it helps basically justify a lot of your existing reality, you know what I mean? So like if someone is treating you like, you can just think like, you know what, like he'll end up in hell, or you could think like, you know what, the meek will inherit the earth, whatever. So like religion can be cope for people, but I think most people are delusional. I think that most people are delusional though, and I think there's plenty of atheists who are also delusional, but religion is a pretty overt, like, ideological entrapment for sure.
Well, I don't think you're necessarily...
Don't jump into this.
Let me speak or whatever. In the case of World War II, look, it is a tragedy that German civilians died because at the end of the day, it is foundationally, the governments that chose to enact the genocides, okay? The core, everyone would agree, the core blame goes to the government. The civilians can be complicit in it up until the point where it's not really a democracy anymore. At that point, the train is already going and the civilians really can't do shit individually. Do you think that people were happy? All of the German civilians were happy to be going to war for their country? No, if they didn't go to war, they would end up in prison. You know what I mean? Like they were forced to fight. The individual German civilians, yeah, some of them believed it, some of them were hyped up, some of them wanted to believe it. That's the biggest thing. When people are getting sent to kill, do you really want to think in your heart like this is wrong? No, you want to believe it's justified. You want to think like I'm gonna die. If I die, it's gonna be worth it. You know what I mean? And so in the case of Palestine, it is different in my mind. In my mind, it's very different from that because it's been undemocratic. The government that was elected there has been undemocratically running for, what was it, since like 2004? I'm not sure the exact stat, maybe 2009? I'm not sure. But basically the civilians, do you think that the civilians were that ecstatic and happy that initiated this attack that brought on literally insane levels of
data? The majority of Palestinians supported the October 7th attack.
Do you believe that there's any innocent people in Gaza? Hold on. Let me ask you this, Vegan. Do you believe that there's any innocent person in Gaza since all of these people are supporters of a terrorist group?
Yeah, so there are innocent people. You said the vast majority of them just define as an innocent person might. So you may define an innocent person differently.
What do you define it as?
You could consider somebody who supported the October 7th attack as non-innocent, but they might not necessarily be supporting either directly or indirectly. I personally wouldn't consider.
You just tell me what you think. Like, what do you think?
I personally wouldn't consider somebody who supports the October 7th attack as being innocent, even if they don't support either directly or indirectly. So if they die, I don't care.
Right.
But there obviously are innocent civilians in that don't support the October 7th attack who have died.
Do you think that the government would would admit that nuanced take and that they would dial back their attack?
They have. They have. They've
which
been using,
official?
So they've. The reason there's so many IDF deaths currently is because they've
been
trying to minimize civilian casualties.
How many IDF deaths?
This guy.
I can't remember the exact figure. But
what do you think the ratio is?
Experiencing...
Would you say that more than three times the amount of have died? Because I'm imagining it's probably closer to 10 times, but like more than 3 times, can we safely say, have died than the IDF soldiers? Like if we're talking about
the exact figures, I'm sure it's disproportionate, but again, the reason why there's so many IDF deaths currently is because they're using more ground forces, more special forces to try to reduce like deaths in some of these bombings.
Well, Steve
that's
said
not true.
That is a game.
That's a lie.
Game theory, special forces.
No. The reason that they're the reason that they're on
as much as possible.
Let's be
clear. If they wanted to reduce IDF deaths as much as possible, they wouldn't send in ground forces and they just keep bombing.
Let's be completely clear, okay? They are aware that to clear out, and first of all, they are trying to gain land, by the way, the Palestinian land. That's proven through satellite imagery. They are destroying crops. ups, and a lot of the land that has been taken that they've encroached on is going to be land. And so listen, yes. So when we're talking, there's a difference between talking in a moral sense and talking in a strategic sense. If we're talking in a strategic sense, I can talk on a different basis, whatever. But like morality is a lot harder to like argue in these international affairs. It's a lot more, in my opinion, boring. But like if we're talking strategy, they are not on the ground out of a moral duty. They're on the ground because they want to kill anyone who is under the ground, hiding out. All the people, the executives, the higher ups, and yes, they do want to destroy. They also just don't give a fuck about killing civilians.
So wait, they have to send in some amount of ground forces so that they can clear out terror tunnels.
Exactly.
That is obvious. What I'm saying is,
but it's not because they want to be
more
nice.
ground forces than they need, so that they don't have to bomb as much. Your mic is.
Your mic got cooked. Your mic got cooked. It's still cooked. Still cooked.
I also want to point out all of these pro-Palestinian protesters who are saying this is a genocide. You'll notice they're all massive pussies.
This guy, bro.
Based on what?
What do you mean based on what? Just look at all these jackasses.
It's the eye test.
But wait, what would you say as pussy? Like, you could say of supporters, you could say any supporter of anything's a pussy, you know what I mean? Like, you could say there's civilians who are in their little houses, like, safe, whatever, and they're, like, laughing, making mockumentaries, but I view that and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's just a civilian who's, like, got nothing to do, you know what I mean? Like you could say the supporters. I don't think that judging a movement based on its supporters is that, like, especially on this large of a scale, is that important. I would say that you should be looking at the actual circumstance.
Buddy, have you seen... you can't judge a movement based on its supporters? Are you kidding me?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I would say it's a weak basis. It's a weak basis.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Look, when you have huge events like in Chicago, New York, and where the entire crowd is chanting from the river to the sea, supporting, not condemning the October 7th attack, you can judge the movement.
Yeah,
okay?
but
These
keep in
people,
mind,
for the most part, are pieces of scum that should self-immolate. You know what?
Would you say the same of the government?
Protest, they all douse themselves in gasoline and make a big bonfire.
Wait up. Would you say the same of the government?
What?
Officials, that they're pieces of self-immolate, whatever. And would you admit that it was cope when you said would you admit it was cope when you said that they want to go on the ground to limit civilian casualties?
So they have sent in more ground forces than they need to try to reduce the amount of bombing they need to do and to try to reduce civilian casualties.
But
that
why
is
do you
something
think
that they've done?
But you're basing that on what they have claimed. Is that actually even what they have claimed?
Yes. So
okay, and you believe them based on that
claim?
claim?
What am I supposed to go on?
Okay. Do you agree that the government lies?
Wait. Should I believe that a democratic nation that is beholden to the international community are just manipulative lawyers who are foolish? But I should believe Hamas, a terrorist organization that leads to genocide all
Wait, hold on. Vegan, what does it mean that they're beholden to the international community?
No, not on the Hamas. Whoa, let's just
what do you mean? They're part of the UN. They can be sanctioned.
Let me cook.
They have to listen to other nations like the United States.
So
look, you're seeing the democratic process play out.
It's seeming to me
how they negotiate with other nations. The reason why there have been these temporary ceasefires isn't just because they wanted these temporary ceasefires. They've had to negotiate with other nations like the U.S.
Right. So you agree. So you agree that they're not just like willingly like, oh guys, we want to go on the ground to like protect the civilians. No, they're going on the ground to like they have a reason that is not moral. Okay, and so there we go. That's more honest. See, that's what I'm talking about. If we're talking strategic,
wait,
that makes more sense.
I don't see how that makes a material difference. That
Israel
is sending. What is the material? I don't see the material difference.
No, because I just wanted you to admit that was a cope that was doing it to be nice or something, that they're going on the ground to be nice. That's just not the reality. They're going on the ground because it strategically makes sense.
That's
for them, for their aims.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
Oh,
now you're putting words into my mouth.
Okay,
they're sending more ground troops.
By the way, the poll for the winner ended like 5 minutes ago. Do you want to like call this or do you want to
give us
you to call it? Call it, little Steve.
Listen.
Wait. Listen. The one thing I'll say is that why is it that in the UN, I believe it's almost every single country that has voting power currently is basically saying yes, ceasefire, except for the US and I believe recently the UK.
Yeah, so it's because
that's not
every
democracy,
nation
right?
is filled with cucked pussies who are anti-Semitic pieces of
Look
who
at this, bro.
support
Oh my
Hamas.
God,
That's
it's like
why.
a
Right, but that's so okay. Wait, do you believe in democracy as a philosophic concept? I wouldn't. This isn't like a gotcha. I would think there's. You know, I'd be curious. Okay, all right. So then, if and would you agree that you believe in the institution of the UN?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, fair enough then, because if you don't agree with the UN, whatever, then that's its own thing. But like the UN, you know, if we're talking democracy,
joke. The UN's
yeah, I
been a
agree.
joke for a
Well,
while.
you just used them in your argument when you said that Israel is beholden to the international community. The first thing you said was they're in the UN, but then you don't believe
Destiny said, "I don't know how you're feeling."
Again, my point is they are beholden to the international community. They are part of the UN. They have had to negotiate with other nations. That was my point. I didn't try to legitimize the UN. I just tried to make the point that is a democratic nation that is beholden to the international community.
Right, and they haven't really held them to account in a proper sense. They've done it in like a PR kind of way, which is like honestly more, in my opinion, more cowardly than like the people who actually like go to protests, whatever. Even though I would agree there's an extent that protests are useless and like what do you say, kind of not going to actually change anything. But like, I would say that it means more than like a lot of the, you know, like typical narratives that people in the UN would be espousing. You know what I mean? Like,
Destiny said George Soros has transferred funds to your account.
Like, get around, you know, saying anything that means anything because they don't want to start.
It's so funny, little Steve.
Nothing. Funny. Can we call this? Listen.
Yeah.
Gokanaru, you are absolutely on fire. You've done a great job tonight.
Thank you, bro.
Some might
tired.
even say you have defeated Vegan Gains.
Oh,
in the round of in the ring of ideas. Okay, but unfortunately, he beat you in the poll. So.
Yes.
God damn it, Vegan Gains. It was a good battle, man.
No shot. This is the first.
God bless. God bless. God bless. Sorry, bro. Thanks. Thank you for
Gokanaru. Thank you for coming on. It was a. By the way, is that real blood? I have to ask. Is like it can be. This can't be real blood. Is it?
I'm not allowed to talk about this. I'm not qualified. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Vegan Gains.
Well,
yeah. No.
I will say this.
No hate, bro.
No hate. Despite our disagreements politically, I think you make great content, and your Sneeko video was fantastic.
God bless. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. No ill will. God bless Karantos. Thanks, Destiny, for sitting there and chilling. Have a good night.
Thanks for that video. Also, we watched your video. It was amazing work. Good job.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was super cool.
No, I should plug that. Thank you, guys. Everyone, you should, yes, please watch my Sneeko video. I've spent way too long on it, and it's the best video I've made. So,
how much time did you spend doing research for that?
Oh, so okay, I'll say it. I was there for the start of his arc, and I genuinely, before any Sneeko exposed video happened or whatever, I was planning a video, but the guy moved so fast into so many domains. He flew through so many ideologies that the video evolved into like a monster. And so, I don't know if you've seen the stunt I pulled on stream or whatever, but I liked the idea of letting this guy release a monster on himself. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what the bit was there. But yeah, basically about like on and off. I have other projects, but like on and off, yeah, about a year and now 3 months probably. Yeah, thank you though, everyone.
Yeah.
God bless.
Well, hey, thanks a lot, man.
All right,
have a good night.